Get long legs.
Good morning, all. I'm sorry I'm taking very long. But that's what Honorable Minister, we are very grateful for the warm reception to the ministry. As we have gathered, the Vice President decided quite rightly to embark on visits to all the ministries that have been created under the presidency of His Excellency John Naana Opoku-Agyemang. Special reference is given to three of them because she has direct oversight responsibility. And I say that advisedly because she's actually in charge of the own parts, health, education, as somebody once correctly said, Minister and some of the directors, but this is the time for us to speak with them. And before I go any further, it's important that I can introduce the team that have come with the Vice President. I'll start with Papa Nyami with an A2 Vice President. Dr. Ali, who is Economic Advisor to the Vice President. Amakat, who is the spokesperson for the Vice President. Mansa, who is Finance Advisor, political head of from advisor to the Vice President. No other than Honorable. The last time I checked, my name was Alex Bufia. And the chief of staff to the Vice President. Last definitely not the least is Her Excellency Professor Jane Naana Opoku-Agyemang, Vice President. On that note, I will hand over to you, Mr. Back to the administration. Thank you.
Your Excellency, indeed, we are so humble to have you here on behalf of the Honorable Minister. We sit just at the right side of the Our Honorable Minister is Honorable Dr. Agnes Naana Opoku-Agyemang, right here. She's the MD for the and I am Dr. Fisa Zakaria, the Chief Director of this ministry. So the directors will introduce themselves.
Good morning. My name is Ebenezer Chawu, Director of the Administration. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Ajay Fatifogo, National Coordinator, Ghana School Feeding Program.
Good morning. My name is Miles Ongo with the youth program.
Good morning. My name is Stephen Dombo, Head of the Central Adoption Authority.
Good morning. My name is Malone Asidi, Director of Domestic Violence and Integration.
Good morning. My name is Vincent Yebo Siama, Chief Accountant.
Good morning. My name is Alina Parisi, Director of Finance from the Ministry.
Good morning. My name is Kenneth J. Watson, Chief Treasurer Officer of the Ministry.
Good morning. My name is Felicia Lopez, the Deputy National Security Officer.
Good morning. My name is Vaidum Swamis, Director Human Resources.
Good morning. My name is Vera Kakaribeka, Chief Program Officer, Advancement of Gender.
Good morning. My name is Richard Editi, Ghana National Assembly.
Good morning. My name is Abna Nobiasari, the Director for the Human Trafficking Secretariat.
Good morning. I'm Linda Kofi, Office on the Policy Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation Directive.
Good morning. My name is Safia Tamimu, the Head of the Child Marriage Unit. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Osman Ali Saleh, Deputy Director of General Administration.
Good morning. My name is Nelly Bellis Wallet, the Legal Advisor to the Minister.
Good morning. My name is Osman Director Department of Gender.
Good morning. I'm Francis Ati, the Director of Social Protection.
Good morning, Your Excellency, once again. It's a great honor and privilege to have you in our midst. And I say today, the 1st of October 2025, will go down as one of the most memorable days in the history of this ministry. We are humbled with your visit, and we look forward to accelerating all the efforts we've been putting in so far. You've energized us this morning. As the Chief of Staff said, I don't know if we have the floor, as he has given the ministry back to us, to go on to give you a brief about the ministry. Because we would want to engage you more, for you to experience what we do, more than telling you what we do. We'll spend a little time to run through the, let me say, the introductory things. And then when you go down, we'll engage most of the people. And then we also have a look at our little effort we put into having the daycare center established. So, Your Excellency, the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection is mandated to promote and ensure gender equality and equity and promote the survival, social protection and development of children, vulnerable and excluded persons with disability and integrate the fulfillment of their rights, empowerment and full participation in national development. The ministry has a vision to create a harmonious society in which the survival and development of the sexes, children, the vulnerable, the persons with disability are guaranteed. So for this reason, part of our core function is to formulate gender, child development, and social protection policies and facilitate its mainstreaming into national development agenda. We are also to develop guidelines and advocacy strategies for use by all MDAs, that is ministries, departments, and agencies, and for collaboration with development partners and civil society organizations. We also have to ensure compliance with international protocols, conventions, and treaties in relation to gender, children, and social protection. Finally, we also have to monitor and evaluate programs and projects on gender, children, and the vulnerable and excluded persons with disability. The ministry has one of the largest staff in terms of MDAs. We have over 1,000 staff under us. We have 7 directorates, 3 departments, 5 secretariats. So under the directorates, we have the general administration, the human resources, policy planning, monitoring and evaluation, research, statistics and information management, social protection, procurement and supply chain management, and the finance director. And then we have the Department of Gender, Department of Children, and the Department of Social Welfare. We have 5 secretariats, like I said: the Domestic Violence Secretariat, the Human Trafficking Secretariat, the Non-Profit Organization, the Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty, which is the flagship program, and then the Ghana School Feeding Program. We also have the Ghana National Household Registry sitting with the ministry here. We have Central Adoption Authority and the National Council of Persons with Disabilities. Your Excellency, for the sake of time, I will run through some of the things that we've been able to do. In terms of legal and regulatory framework, we've been able, accounting for this past 8 to 9 months, we've been able to get the following policies and bills to receive cabinet approval and parliamentary approval as well. It's also, this includes the National Gender Policy. So we have the National Gender Policy from 2025 to 2034. We also have the Early Childhood Care and Development Policy approved by Cabinet this year, 2025 to 2034. And then we have the Domestic Violence Policy also approved 2025 to 2035. We have one act which has also gone through the parliamentary processes and received presidential assent, which is the Social Protection Act. And this act gives us a big mandate as a ministry to be able to coordinate all of the social protection interventions in all the ministries, departments, and agencies in Ghana. And this is a big one for us. Let me also use the opportunity to say a big thank you to you for all the support we offered at cabinet level to get these policies and then the acts approved and passed. In terms of achievement, let me also add to it that with approval of plans and programs for ministries, departments, and agencies, we are very happy but humble to announce to you that the ministry is one of the first 7 ministries that have presented their budgets, presented their plans, and approved and certified by NDPs. We continue to work to ensure the inclusion of women and empowerment of women, especially the economic empowerment of women. I know how dear the Women's Development Bank is to you, Your Excellency, and once you've shown commitment, His Excellency through the Ministry of Finance has allocated some seed fund for the establishment of it. I know you've been working. We have an updated report of all that is going on. Everybody is looking forward to the structure, approval, and establishment of the Women's Development Bank, and that will be one of the most, flagship, huge success that will be chalked by this ministry under your watch. We are looking forward. We have lots of reports on gender-based violence. Who dismissed or suspended the head. We are collaborating with the police to effect the arrest of the man, the perpetrator. So these are some of the things, the challenges. I see you're excited about that. But the good thing is that because there is more awareness of what abuse is, everyone, one way or the other, is becoming each other's neighbor. And so in the name of good neighborliness, you see people watching over their neighbor's household to report or video abuse cases. And so it puts the ministry and its stakeholders on it to get most of these issues resolved. And so in our 16 days of activism, we'll use the month to highlight some of these issues, hold more community engagement for the general public to understand and know what abuse is. And then we also have a toll-free number which the general public accesses. Upon your kind advice, we're going to go ahead to engage the public more in the media, radio stations, television, so you'll be seeing more of us out there and to strengthen our PR. Her Excellency agrees that we seem to be doing a lot, but very little of it is out there. So with her presence today, we are energized to be out there, fearless, bold, telling our story. For ensuring that the school feeding and the leave are being paid on time. Today, as we speak, you realize that we are not owing, in terms of the school feeding, we are not owing patrons. And this is significant and a remarkable improvement. We acknowledge that there are still some challenges we face with the school feeding program, but the assurance we give you is that we are working so hard with all stakeholders to ensure that we get to the desired or expectations of every Ghanaian. We've had some lesson sharing in Brazil with so many countries across the globe to ensure that we improve it. The challenges will not cease, but we are poised to ensure that we resolve them before they even show up. And that is where we are getting to. Teachers can attest to the improvement in the meals that students are receiving now. When you go to the grounds, you see that our teachers are doing their best. Our appeal, which we have laid before your table, and then the Ministry of Finance, is to get see to it that the grant is increased per child. And we are hoping and know that the listening governments are very soon it will be done. And let me also say that in asking for more, I need to acknowledge that we aim to increase it from 1 cedi 50 pesos to 2 cedis. And we just started dispersing the 2 cedis. With the improvements and quality in the meals we are seeing, we are hoping that when we ask for more, it will be in place. And so that is why we are placing it. Your Excellency, plans are also far advanced to ensure the construction of, in fact, we want to begin this year by cutting salt to begin the construction of the shelters promised by your administration. And then I'm sure Ghanaians will be very happy. We'll give you the full details of it when we are doing the first salt cutting, and then the vision will be there. But for you to know that we are actually working hard to ensure that this is done. With the passage of the Affirmative Action Act, we are supposed to be monitoring the institutions, certifying them by way of motivation to ensure compliance. And so the committee has been inaugurated. In fact, all boards of the ministry have been inaugurated. And so this committee, which is the Gender Equity Committee, is the main machinery for executing the Affirmative Action Act. And so we are working assiduously to ensure that the act is implemented. It's taken more than almost 2 decades to get the act passed. And so with that pace, you know that even though our expectations are, way up there, we will do our best to speed up to match the expectation. It goes with a lot of awareness creation, which we have begun, and then also data collation, sex disaggregated data collation, for people to have an overview of what gender statistics is, and then you'll be able to work with it. And so this is to assure you that what you deserve to see, more women in positions. And I tell people, I said this thing and ran into problem, I think on the floor of Parliament once. I said that it is good to see the women occupying, a company comes and says that I have 20, I've employed 20 out of 50 women, or 30 out of 50 women. We want to go into it to know where the women are and what exactly they are doing. Because if you employ 30 out of 50, and then I enter and realize that this is with no disrespect to the menial jobs, but I realize that all the women are at the base and the men are at the top. So 25 out of the 30 are at the base, and then the 5 are at the top. It is good, but it is not good enough. So we want to reward those who are doing it significantly to increase not just the numbers, to increase the impact of women's leadership in their firms. And very soon, we've also designed the certificate of compliance, which we'll be bringing to you to have a look at it. And then we'll be assessing the companies. Organizations can come and freely offer and say that this is how far we've come in terms of employing women. And then with the certification, we agree on a date, and then we commence issuing the certificate of compliance to firms and institutions. Other motivations that the law spells out will also follow. In order not to take too much of our time, I just want to say that the women we serve, the children we serve, the persons with disability we serve, all the vulnerable groups we serve in Ghana, today we say we thank you for taking time off your busy schedule to be with us, and we'll be experiencing more of freedom. Thank you very much. To everyone. are happy to be here. The Chief of Staff has explained our purpose. We are supposed to show not only interest but also support for all the ministries, but some have been specifically allocated, and that is why we are beginning with them. So I'm hearing a few comments about us. I want to assure everyone that we are there for them. So our purpose is to visit, that's our style. Another one would have been for them to come to us. But some of us also feel, what do they wear? What's going on there? How can people meet more people? If you have asked them to come, maybe you should have come with less than what we are seeing here. So that is why we are very happy to be here. And our purpose is to ensure that the ministry is supported. We want you to believe that we have your back. Our purpose is to listen, to ensure we are giving you the right support. We want the country to succeed. We want our president to succeed. We want everybody to succeed. So we are offering this friendship, and we know that going forward, the friendship will become even more deeper. So we can relax with each other and confess and plan together and achieve together. So I've heard some of your approval for some of the disbursements that have come. We are very happy about that. And we're also happy that you have acknowledged. So when we all work even more hard to ensure that our economy is growing even more than it is doing now, it means then that even if you are getting 10%, because the pie is very big, it doesn't even matter. So I don't really believe in the percentages themselves. What I believe in is growing the economy and ensuring that there's so much for everybody and advocating so. So we want to congratulate you for presenting your plan accepted by the welcome. I also take note of this issue with the headmaster that groups at the presentation. So if the first step is dismissal, but it's also a question of power and a question of some of us not paying attention to the nature of the responsibilities given to us in any place of work. Maybe not only the school, the workplace. It just happens to office. And so public education is also very important. And holding people to account is also very important. So we'll think that in that space. You know, you are dealing with gender. And gender is about everything. We are talking about the children. I mean, boys, girls, the vulnerable, women, men, and so on. Those who are differently abled, they are also from, any of the genders. So your work is very, very important. Yes, we know it's enormous, but it's important. And when you talk about women, I know that for a long time, people equated the gender with women, forgetting the men. Where are the men in this? Don't worry, you're all part of it. Okay? It's very, very important. And for a country and the kind of culture we have, it's very important that we move everybody along. And we should be very, very mindful of it. But we also know that there are times when, if you look at the data of those who are at the bottom, the women, we tend to dominate. And so that is why a lot of the emphasis goes to that area. But that's not to say that we are forgotten about everyone. We can't do that. And when you talk about women, we are everywhere. We have not just been invented.
And we are in every discipline, whether it's education or finance, agriculture, security, health. No, where are we not? So going forward, we also want to see even other ministries become more sensitive about that and push us into the mainstream of their planning so that we reduce the stresses on one ministry and direct them everywhere, because as I said, we are everywhere. Whether it's politics or religion, where are we not? Can you imagine one Sunday service without us? So again, we want to say, well done. Keep up the good work. Know that we are with you. You can come to us anytime. It's not just a day like this. On phone, you know that we need to meet. Not a problem if I need to come, it's not a problem at all. So there's just one more assurance. Give him all of you. I know that we will work together to ensure that we are getting good results for Ghana, good results for the children, for the vulnerable. If we are not vulnerable, it's our job to ensure that those who are vulnerable have the stresses reduced, that they can also live a life. So, and our children are also properly protected. If they nobody's a perfect parent. It's us imperfect people who become parents anyway. So we just need to support each other and play our roles accordingly. So again, thank you very much. Continue